Dipaolo and Artie Lange.
Welcome back. Hour number 3 of the Nick and Artie show. Artie shooting pool with a couple of Maxim chicks. How'd that go? How'd it go? You like the
sorry,
jacket?
Nick.
Oh, I can't really yell at you for that.
I was teaching Millie and Phyllis from Maxim how to shoot pool. I was teaching them 9-ball, and we finished about 2 seconds ago, and Alyssa's already texting somebody.
I feel much more comfortable when you say 9-ball, instead of 8-ball coming out.
9-ball.
Back to perform his hit single, Solar Storm, off his self-titled album. Again, please welcome back the great Josh Doyle.
Yeah. Wow. Really nice, Josh.
Thank you. Josh Doyle, come on over. Have a seat, Josh.
You know how I know Josh is a pro? Because right in the middle of this beautiful song he wrote on acoustic guitar, Josh, our camera guy, goes, "I need a battery!" I mean, guys, can we do it a little smoother? The poor kid sits in his room for 20 years writing that song.
Well, that's why I became a comic. At that point, you can lash out verbally and make somebody cry in the audience.
At this point in his life, it might be a big deal to be on our show. About 2 years, it'll be nothing. But so he's singing this song beautifully. "I need a battery. Come on, over there. Over there, I need a battery."
I hope no one noticed that in TV land.
No, we'll edit that out.
Now, that's from your self-titled album. It's coming out in October, is that right?
Yes, October 23rd.
And it's already available on iTunes.
That song is on iTunes right now, yeah.
Now, the accent tells me someone's from Brooklyn. What was it like? You're an English guy.
Yes.
Now, what part are you from? The London area?
I'm from a little bit, hour southeast of London, yeah.
Are you a Shepherd's Bush geezer?
Shepherd's Bush geezer? Nah, not really.
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
I was watching. You ever see
Dirty South.
You ever see The Kids Are All Right, the documentary about the Who?
Oh, yeah. It's brilliant.
From 79.
Yeah, with Keith Moon blows Pete Townshend's
in the beginning, the Smothers Brothers, yeah. Anyway, Pete Townshend's talking about Daltrey, and he goes, "The singer for our band is a Shepherd's Bush geezer who just wants a punch-up afterwards and get a woman in bed."
A punch-up, I get.
Yeah. Now, I hear that John Entwistle, who isn't with us anymore, was a fan of your old group. You were in a punk group.
Where'd you hear that?
Yeah,
you told me.
It was a seance. No, he was a big fan, apparently. I only found out after the band split up.
Really?
It might have made me want to keep you in the band. Because I love John Entwistle, like the best bass player of all time. And someone told me that he was a big fan. It was Steve Winwood, the singer.
Right, love him, yeah.
Yeah, and I went on tour with him, as T-shirt boy, selling T-shirts after my band split up. Yeah. And he told me, John Entwistle really...
It was a punk rock band called what?
The Dum Dum.
It was pop punk, yeah, called the Dum Dums. We were sort of like Blink-182 or the Police or the Jam or something.
Now, why did you quit Dum Dum? Which is what my first wife's divorce lawyer asked her. But
did every one of your shows start with Gazoo from the Flintstones going, "Hello, Dum Dum"?
We should have thought about that.
Why'd you? It was kind of an interesting story. Why'd you get out of the Dum Dum? They gave you an ultimatum, kind of.
Yeah, it was sort of like they were trying to. There was a band that copied everything we did.
Called Maroon 5.
Not Maroon 5.
Adam Levine.
There might be comedians that have copied everything you've done and got massive out of it. So
yeah, Maroon 5. Maroon 5.
Well, they copied everything about us, and then they got really big making pop music. And
who?
They had people writing from in England.
Can you say who it is?
Yeah, they're called Busted. They were big in England. They sold out massive concerts and everything.
Dude, I know them. They're gay.
They probably.
That's not going to hurt them in England.
I'm sorry, man.
No,
they're on show on the Bravo network.
Yeah, but so they kind of made it big, and then our record label was like, "Look, we want you guys to be more like them. We'll get people to write for you. You can,
scumbags?
You can be all singing, all dancing." And I was like, I can't do dance moves.
That's
I'm in
ridiculous.
a rock band,
Dance moves. That's what they try to do.
God.
The executives are just dirtbags.
Well, so then what I did was I went into the studio, and we did a really, really heavy album. And they
just what they didn't want.
Yeah, and then they just were like, all right, we should probably part ways now. So.
But if you're really an artist, this happens sometimes with comics too, and somebody some authority figure tells you not to do something, your first instinct is to do it times 10.
Well,
right?
That's what makes you a comedian.
Yeah, and
it's in your DNA.
Nick and I are in that. We're sort of outlaws in the business, except you couldn't tell from DirecTV being so nice to us. But
no, I can tell from that jacket that you're a rebel.
Yeah, it's like Joe Strummer.
Yeah, do you like the Clash?
Oh, I love the Clash.
Yeah.
I met Joe Strummer before he died as well.
He died in 2002, I think.
Yeah.
I'm a big Clash guy. What was that like? Did you get to meet him? Did he
Him
like the
dying?
Dum
It
Dums?
was horrible.
At that time, I was too young to appreciate it, and then I got into it a year or two later, and I was like, "It's the best." I wish I would have asked him questions and stuff.
So the Dum Dums weren't influenced by the Clash. You just knew him later.
Yeah, we were more like the Police, the Jam, that kind of thing.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Now,
Why you moved to Nashville? You picked up your stuff, right?
Yeah.
And what would that have to be a little bit of a culture shock?
And what was it like?
You had spent time in Nashville before, or what?
What was it like at your first Klan meeting?
Well, the thing is, I got a wife, and
Oh, damn.
and yeah, she wanted to move near her mum and dad so we could have kids and stuff like that. And then the music wasn't going so well, so I'm like, I'll probably got to get a proper job now. And
proper job.
Italian restaurant. You were a waiter.
Yeah, it wasn't a proper job really. It was
In
what I could
Nashville?
manage. Yeah, an English guy in an Italian restaurant in Nashville. So
That's how the Olive Garden got born.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but I only just got out of that like a month and a half ago, actually.
is
Really?
that right?
Yeah, this is wicked. I'm like in New York, and they flew me out here. I'm so excited.
Have you ever heard of us before this?
I watched you on
Artie.
Howard Stern.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But I've looked up all your stuff lately, like the was it Joe Buck show?
Yeah.
Like I watched all that on YouTube. I don't think you was that bad. Well, the beginning of it was, but then you were nice at the end.
I was trying to be nice. See, but the beginning is the only part that got a laugh. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you. I mean, you give us legitimacy. You're the first music guest. Like, how did
And a good one. Not.
Are you into drugs like that? You seem kind of mellowed out. Are you a weed guy or never opiates? I hope.
No, none of that. I mean, I'll tell you something funny. When I was in the band, I never used to drink, and there was drink coming out of the ceiling. Every drug and everything you could get was there if you want it.
It's the greatest, isn't it?
Well, for me, I didn't take advantage of it.
Good.
And yeah, which is great, because my children have got 2 eyes and not one and that kind of thing. but it ends up when I get a job as a waiter, I started drinking because it's just so depressing. It's like I got to get through.
So
my
you
life.
did the opposite. You got into after show business. You started drinking. 'Cause
Yeah.
You missed show business.
Yeah,
That should be how it is. Like once you get into it, you're happy, so you don't need the booze. But during the waitering part, but that's kind of a unique thing. So you had success. Now I don't think
Why
I'd be
did you
able
get so depressed?
Yeah.
Why did you go underground? When
'Cause
you
it's
stayed-
like-
you didn't come out for a while, right?
Yeah, and it's like when you're successful, it's such a high because we got to play like Wembley Stadium. We played
Yeah, 250,000
yeah,
people.
400,000 people in Hyde Park, and it's just like after that, such a high. Then you go back and you're like, "Hello, welcome to Macaroni Grill. Would you like some olives?" I need to say olives, or I'm not going to get good shifts on Saturday.
You go from singing a song you wrote at Hyde Park to singing Happy Birthday for someone
I did.
at the Macaroni Grill.
In Italian, Tanti Agori.
Was it the Macaroni Grill?
That was the first place. I didn't know the difference between anything. I'm English.
Yeah.
But as Italians, the word macaroni and grill don't go together. Like, I'm grilling up some rigatoni.
I should have seen that. Really,
Yeah.
should have seen the signs.
That's a great point, though, to be playing in front of 400,000 people. And
That's-
then,
you feel like
and
the
you gotta
Stones.
read the appetizers. That
Yeah.
would make you want to cut your
That proves you're a good man because for me, I don't think I could totally do that. Well, a couple of years ago, I was sitting in rehab going, okay, I ruined everything, and I hope I can talk about the olives of the Macaroni Grill because that's what's going to happen. But I got lucky. But was that hard? Like during those times, did you get a lot of good songs out of it? Like they say that's where it comes from.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
We're talking to Josh Doyle, by the way.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant because that's where all my songs of this album have come from.
The Macaroni Grill.
Yeah.
Do you want olives?
Yeah, exactly.
With your salad.
20-minute ballad about garlic.
Yeah. Exactly. So all my songs have come out of that, and it's good because it brought me back to being a normal person. Not having everyone do everything for me. And I'm just like living out in the world, like getting a speeding ticket when I made $90 that night, and it was a $90 speed ticket on the way home.
The worst.
I smashed up my garage. I threw everything around. It was terrible. That's one of the worst nights of my life.
How about having $500 to your name coming back from a gig in Pittsburgh and you find out you lost $2,000 on the Steelers game?
Wow.
I know a guy that happened to.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's good, man. Well, congratulations on being.
Yeah, you
back
sound great.
and-
I'm back, man.
Can I ask how old you are, Josh? Because you seem like you've accomplished a lot. But you
look young.
How old?
I'm like 30 or whatever. You know?
You don't like to.
I was 29 and I was like, no, I'm 30 now.
Yeah, I know it sucks, right?
Yeah.
How many kids you got?
I got 2 little kids who are not listening to the show because they would have their innocence revoked But
My parents aren't either.
Yeah, 8-year-old girl and a 5-year-old boy.
I don't know if you read my book, but I'm against interracial dating. Now, have you ever slept with a black chick because of rock and roll?
Because of rock and roll, not because of love.
No, well, I would assume you couldn't get her normally, but
I've fancied some black chicks, but I've not.
you've liked them. That means.
Yeah.
But you never
more
got
than a
them.
friend.
They don't hang out at the Macaroni Grill. Hey, Josh, thank you so much. Seriously, you're our first musician, and good luck to you with the new album.
Good luck to you guys.
Come back and say hi to us.
Yeah,
unless
please do.
you're too big and you can't come back.
Yeah.
I'll come back. It's a nice hang.
It's
Appreciate
Josh
it.
Doyle, everybody. It's Nick and Artie back after this.
First English guy ever.
We are back, Nick and Artie. Joe DeRosa back.
Hello, sir.
How was it over there with the Maxim girls on the leather couch?
They're very nice girls.
They are very nice.
girls.
I think none the minute I look at them. Nuns, I shouldn't say.
The one was telling me that how intense runway modeling is.
Well, that's what some of the NFL teams do to train now. They do runway modeled. It builds up your heart rate. I gotta plug this thing because Josh Doyle asked me that the Guitar Center has a competition, Guitar Center singer-songwriter competition, which he won, and they're doing it again this year. So I have to.
Right.
He
That's
asked me
good.
to do that.
Now that since Joe's appearance was broken up by Josh Doyle,
Yeah.
Can we go to Mike Boschetti? Mike, just say the best possible thing you could think of about Joe DeRosa and introduce him on. Where do we get a Can we get a camera on Mike, please? Can someone get a camera on Mike Boschetti? Is that hard to do?
Yeah.
What are we waiting for? What you're pointing at something and I don't know what it is.
It's a robotic camera. It's got to turn
Is
around.
someone? Let me know when it's on, Mike. I see the light.
Robotic camera. Yep.
Is the light? Is he on?
How about the handheld? Pick it
No
up.
one has a startled look on their face, so he's not on yet. Is he on yet? Is he on yet?
Hold on, stand by.
Oh my God.
Hey, it's the first night, Artie. Chill.
What would they know Mike's over there? It's not like he's some small.
Baloney. He was
Now it's on,
missing
buddy.
for 5 minutes.
It's not like he's a cat that you can't catch on camera.
Hey,
Can I
Is
ask?
he on?
Oh,
Joe, wait, we're gonna introduce you.
okay.
We'll do this proper.
I'm sorry.
Give Joe DeRosa a nice
Give him a
introduction.
proper intro.
I definitely will, totally. Welcome to the Nick and Artie show, the first night on DirecTV. And there's a great comedian coming on right now who works all across the country. You see him on Comedy Central. He's one of my favorite comics, a friend of Nick and Artie, Mr. Joe DeRosa.
Yeah.
Hey, way too smooth.
That's not what Artie was looking for.
Would you become Dan Rather during the break? I mean, that was actually like good.
That was very Ed McMahon, Mike.
That was like good night and good luck. Very.
So great reference.
Thank you.
Now wait, so Joe, welcome to the show again.
Thanks for having me back again.
We had to, this guy's got an album come out. We promised him so much time, and
Now,
we know you didn't have anything to do.
I got nothing going on, guys,
Neither do I.
tonight. So let's just. I'm just happy to be hanging.
Tonight's one of the nights you're not smoking or drinking, so you're here.
I was smoking earlier.
Yeah.
I'll be smoking again, and then I might drink later. I don't know.
You got a
see
spot later?
I see a tattoo on your forearm that wasn't there the last time I had you up.
I got 2 tattoos since I've last seen you.
Okay, hold on. What's it say? I see 3 Ks.
No, it's 2 Ks.
K
T.
T-I-T-N.
Yes.
Mike just became the Grand Dragon of the clan.
What the hell is that? And why is it so World War II like?
This
Creepy.
is. I did pick a hard font on
Yeah.
this tattoo, especially with so many Ks. It worries me.
What is that font? I think they call it Capital.
Now, Mike, being a survivor, what is it like going back to Auschwitz?
Who's Mike?
You're no Joe, I mean. Not Joe. I'm still on the Mike Boschetti.
I love it.
How many times people mistake you for Mike Boschetti?
All the time, constantly.
But you know why I respect you? Most people would get the muscle tone first and then the tattoo.
I do. This body is not meant for tattooing, and I didn't care. I went ahead with it anyway. I turned 35. I said it's now or never. And then I thought, if I get the tattoos, I'll work out and get in shape. That has not happened.
Well, you could work out that forearm very easily with your love life, and that tattoo's plays perfectly. What's it mean?
This is
What's it mean?
George Carlin was my idol in comedy.
And that's
Why
that's
is
Carlin in what? In Yiddish? What is it?
No. When I met him, when I finally got to talk, I talked to him on the phone for like 8 minutes.
Really?
And I was beside myself. I almost cried. I was so
Well,
worked up.
explain the circumstances of that. What happened?
He was on this guy Danny Lobel's radio show called
I know
Comical. Yeah.
George was missing his wallet after being at the comedy store.
Joe was in the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, he was on the show, and they texted me. They said, Carlin's on today. We know you love him a lot.
On what show?
Colin. Danny had a comical radio show.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And
Danny
Carlin,
who? Bonaducci?
Yeah, Danny LaBelle.
Yeah, it was over at like NYU. It was you know,
that's why.
very small show, but like the fact that Carlin went in to do it speaks to how cool Carlin is
Of
too.
course.
You know, so
I need water. I'm dying. Go ahead. Sorry.
So yeah, I called in and we talked, and he gave me all this great advice. And at the end of the conversation, I said, George, thanks for all the advice. And he said, no problem, Joe. Keep kicking him in the nuts. So I got
Keep kicking him in the
nuts.
Keep
right there.
kicking. You screwed up.
No, I didn't. No.
So that's the initials of that saying.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
kicking
it's
them in
the nuts.
the nuts. Period. Okay.
What is that? An acronym? Is that what that's called?
No, an acronym spells out a word.
It would actually spell out a word.
Would
it, Artie?
I think so. Yeah.
What is that? FBI. What is that when you do that?
That's just an abbreviation.
No, that's an acronym.
That's female body inspector in my world.
An acronym. Here's an acronym. I don't know. Here's an acronym. Like, what's an acronym?
An abbreviation?
MAD. MAD is an acronym because Mothers Against Drunk Drivers spells out a word. You understand?
Right.
But that's just
initials.
Yeah.
But initials is for a name.
Yeah, but it doesn't spell out a word. It's
Okay.
just, I might be wrong.
There's a lot, that whole, see the controversy that tattoo has caused?
Yeah.
You got to have it shaved off tonight.
I am worried with the two Ks right in the front.
Yeah,
that scares me sometimes.
You're gonna pass out. Somebody's gonna with a Sharpie add an extra one, and you're gonna get your face kicked in.
Well, that's not what I was asking. I wasn't more worried.
That'd be my plan.
I was walking from the tattoo parlor, and you got to put the cellophane over it and keep your sleeve up. Yeah. I was walking from the tattoo, and every time I passed a non-white person, they'd look down at my arm. I was so ready with the story.
Where do you see a non-white person in New York?
That's your. Is that? We're gonna bleep out that racist comment so you don't end your career.
What I just said?
Yeah.
Why?
Non-black person? Hello, we know what you're saying.
Non-whitey.
No, I said non-white. Was that racist?
Yeah, kinda. I'm a little offended by it.
Really?
Like, why
Artie's from Jersey.
a white person wouldn't care about your?
Look, I was more.
I see where you're going. I'm too tired to.
Why would a non-white person? Why would you be afraid for a non-white person to see your tattoo?
Because there's a greater chance they would think it said KKK and try to fight me.
No, so that's a racist thing.
What Artie?
No. Are you? No, I thought you said.
I thought you said you were all right.
No,
I almost had him.
You know, you're a stuttering little muff.
You see, you're stuttering.
That was just like that scene. I was like, what's he doing? Is he serious?
No, you said it. No, you said I'm racist.
I almost
had him.
You got me. I started sweating.
Nick, did you see his hair? I almost had him.
What is, by the way, what was the quote? Is that from Goodfellas? You may have, whoever sold it had a wonderful...
That's Goodfellas. Tootie says it. As Ray Liotta's getting taken away to jail from the bar, and the FBI guys come in to take Ray Liotta away, Tootie is making fun of them. And he goes, why don't you go down to Wall Street, get some real crooks? Whoever sold you those suits had a wonderful sense of humor.
That's right. Yeah. I could not.
Somebody also said that to the Cincinnati Bengals when they debuted with those striped hats. I'm trying to work sports into this. I forgot this is a sport.
They're a football team. Yes?
I feel out of line mentioning sports in the show tonight.
Well, tonight's a special.
It really is. It's the beginning and end of it.
It's the premiere episode. You had me and Norton on the sports show.
Yeah, by the way, we have
really funny.
I got news for you, Joe. We hired a booker. We hired a celebrity booker for like over 6 figures a year.
Right.
To get us celebrities for our first show.
He's not getting 6 figures.
Oh, he's getting way more.
No.
I know the exact figure.
You have to be
It
kidding.
rhymes with schmoo 100,000. I'll give it to you. and we love you two, but Nick and I could have called you guys and said, would you come over? And you would have anyway, right? I mean, you and Norton.
I would have been here in 2 seconds. If you guys said, do you want to just hang out in front of the building on Ver? I would have just came down here and hung out with you.
So it's like, this is who you got. Were you called officially by this? Like, did your manager call you?
I got a really nice official email from my manager through the show.
Oh, that's good.
Look at Shane's almost going to snap his neck nodding over there. Yes, we did it right.
Yeah.
I give him credit. They brought Josh Doyle in. That was a pretty good score.
Yeah.
Very good.
But,
Well,
I mean, this guy, he actually blew me off at a cookout once at my own house.
The only way we could have booked Josh Doyle without a booker is if we were happening to walk by the bitter end one night and needed a cigarette. Hey, what did you...
I just think it's funny that you got the 2 least athletic comics in New York City. It's like,
Well, we got Mike Boschetti, too.
Boschetti runs a 7-1-40.
Joe, when we come back, stick around because I want to talk about a book. You got a book that I wrote a blurb for.
you did, yeah.
That you, Robert Kelly, and the great Bill Burr wrote together?
Yes.
We can mention that when you come back. It's a funny angle for a book.
I'd love to talk about
Back
that.
after this.
Yeah. Yeah, are we back?
I know you were busy. I know
Someone,
you were busy.
we back. We back, guys.
What were you doing when I said that? Seriously.
We were discussing the twins.
No one was discussing. You were by yourself. So that's line number one. Go ahead. Okay.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
I want you to tell me the
we
truth.
were discussing the twins.
He
microphones.
was not there. You were sitting there.
Yeah,
by
and we
yourself.
were discussing
No,
the
your
twins'
lips weren't
microphones.
moving. You were staring off into space.
No, I was talking to the twins.
Okay.
So,
okay.
You know,
You're full of crap.
Going.
You're
Okay,
full of
good.
crap.
What am I supposed
You're
to
a
say?
liar.
Okay,
It's
good.
in your DNA.
Okay.
You're a habitual
All right.
liar.
Good. I'm glad.
I still love you, but I'm just saying. Just
Okay.
don't play me to be a dummy.
Okay.
All right, liar.
Welcome to show one.
Yeah, baby.
No,
It's only going to get good from here. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of biting my tongue.
You're sick of biting your tongue?
Yes. Like you've never ripped into him. You made him cry a couple
I'm
nights.
ready. I'm ready
Yeah,
to.
okay, well.
I can't, in this jacket, though, it looks stupid to say something tough.
That is a wild jacket, man.
I feel like Boy George trying to say something. Do you really want to hurt me?
That looks like
What
Bradley Cooper should wear that in Limitless. That looks like an unstoppable
reference.
See, no, let me have it, because you're not really roasting me. You're roasting the idiots at DirecTV who made me wear this jacket. I walked in with a jacket. They said that's not hip enough.
Oh, you know.
I like that jacket that you had last night.
Yeah, it's still over there.
Look, what is it, 86 outside, 102 in the studio? Just put a wool jacket on him.
I'm like the punk rock version of Mr. Rogers. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm just going to change my jacket. Put a pair of crampy sneakers on. Mike, what time is it? Here's a Mike Boschetti time check.
Sorry, this is eating 12:39.
Were you eating something? I saw I saw Mike hovering over the sandwiches like the space station.
I thought they were a prop for a scene. I didn't. That's why I stayed.
He was staring at him. He was staring through the glass in the refrigerator like he's going to pick out a puppy at the mall.
Mike's here because he's the only comedian in worse shape than I am.
Oh, God.
Every time you go to him, it sounds like the model trying to talk about apartheid.
Mike, can you explain apartheid? Do you know what apartheid is? Can you explain it to the models?
I really had no idea what it was until you guys told me about it, really. I was listening, and I have no idea, Art. I learned something new today.
Mike, very political.
That's good.
It was a horrible time in Staten Island in the 40s. Right?
Some might call it the good old days.
Yeah.
Can I say this? I was telling Nick during the break. My
Yes,
mom is such a Nick Dipaolo fan.
All the broads love him.
My mom
Anybody over
loves
60.
you. She loves you, dude. And I've been a fan of you guys, both of you guys, for years before I did comedy.
Joe, stop it.
And I mean it. It's this from the bottom, baby, from the bottom. And but
Are you going to get a tattoo on the other forearm if I give you a nice phrase? Twist them nipples or
and
something
this,
like that?
and this is what Nick Dipaolo said. It says GFY.
Put that on your neck.
right. Yeah.
So your mom, you call me. Your mom was sick?
My mom was sick. She's
that's what
okay
you
now.
said.
She's
Oh,
better.
good.
She's back at work. She's good. But she was sick
All right.
for a little while. And I was trying to cheer her up. And years ago, we had watched your comics come home. And the joke, I still remember this. You know, would you like a tuna fish sandwich? And the kid goes, you want mayonnaise mixed in with that? No, that'd make the tuna
my
fish
God.
entirely too moist and delicious.
Dave Chappelle, he always repeats that to me every time he sees it.
It's one of the funniest jokes ever. That one and Jerry Garcia died.
I don't get it.
They said he was 55. I thought he was in his late hundreds.
Hey, Dipaolo, man, do that tuna fish joke. Come on, do that moist and delicious
He would go,
joke.
Dipaolo, too moist and delicious. Every time. And the first couple of times I said, it's cool, Chappelle, but then after like the 15th year, it's, I'm like, it's not a compliment anymore. It's like, I get a lot more material, David.
No, but what it is when a famous guy does that and they do it every time, you realize it's the only thing they know about you.
That's what I mean.
Like that's happened to
That's
me
what
before.
I'm talking about.
A famous guy will say, "Hey, you're the guy that does that," and it's affectionate for the first time, but after the 50th time, you go, they know nothing else about you.
Yeah.
Their face clicks in. You go, hey,
Yeah, you haven't gone into the beneath the surface of me at all.
You always tell your manager, like on a talk show, because this relates back to your tattoo, but you never want to follow a really funny comedian on a talk show because, it's hard to do that on television. So I'm doing the Greg Kilborn show to promote the Norm Show sitcom back in the late 90s, when you were just a fan. And so my manager calls me, okay, hey, you're going to do Greg Kilborn show. And I'm like, that's cool, man, because I had done Conan once, and this was a big deal for me to do Kilborn show. And I go, who else is on the show? And my manager, Peter Principato, goes, oh, it's a great lineup. You're going to love it. I go, who else is on the show? He goes, well, you're second guest. Well, who's the first guest? And he goes, you find out when you're there. I go, who's the first guest? He goes, George Carlin. I swear to God, I followed George Carlin.
Did it go okay? Was it all right?
He killed, and I got the audience with the first line. I said, Kilborn said, welcome to the show. And I said, thanks, Greg. It's always fun to follow the best comedian of all time. I'm surprised. Is Richard Pryor coming in as well? So, yeah, but he was one of my Nick too. Like George Carlin's as good as it gets.
Yeah, I had to follow Judy Tenuta on the Joe Franklin show.
That's right. She kills. She always kills.
It was, I played my mom your special to lift her spirits up.
The Raw Nerve special?
Yeah, the latest one. Raw
That's
Nerve.
amazing. That's an amazing compliment. A woman getting picked up by Raw Nerve.
No, but it killed two other people.
She
it's
remembered
done more damage than good.
She remembered you. She knew you were from Comics Come Home for all, whatever. And I said, Mom, let's watch Nick Dipaolo. You remember Nick? Hey, it's funny. I go, let's watch his new special. It'll make you laugh. Dude, she talked about this thing for 3 days. I like that guy. He tells it like it is. I'll tell you, she was telling her friends about it, like when I wasn't even around, repeating your bits and stuff. We're driving up when I move back. I have Spotify on my phone, which is a music app.
I don't know what you
And there's Spotify.
It's called Spotify.
What does that mean?
Did it find cancer?
Sounds like a sexual problem. Yeah.
If you lose your dog. Spotify. You are so young and hip compared to us. Spotify.
It's, I try to stay with the trends, guys.
Good,
And spot them as they come down the pike.
That would explain that shirt.
Yeah. Exactly. This shirt should go out with your jacket. For Night on the Town.
And have a gay kid.
Civil union.
They should drive to Massachusetts and get it done with it.
Give birth to a thong. And so it has access to all this stuff, all these comedy albums. I go, Mom, I got 1 million comics in this thing. Who do you want to listen to? She goes, Nick Dipaolo. And we listen to your out. She loves you, man.
That's great.
She
though.
loves you. Yeah.
Well, did you see the rest of the young comedians?
I appreciate that. It's very nice.
Who else
I don't
was
want to
on?
burst a bubble, but her and I had a thing like back in Milton, Mass. in the 90s.
I thought something was going on. My dad kept punching
Not
the
all
wall.
comedy that she loves.
Joe, do you have that kid I had sex with? Is he on Spotify? I call him on G Spotify. We've got to break. Real quick, name the book because we got to get to the Twins. What's the book you wrote with the great Bill Burr and Bobby Kelly? What's it called?
It's called Cheat, A Man's Guide to Infidelity, and it comes out on October 9th, and it's about cheating. It's a hand guide to cheating. And
it's funny. I read it.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for the quote.
I wrote a blurb.
Well, thank you, Joe DeRosa, for coming in. Seriously,
man,
brother.
You kidding me?
No.
I've had a blast in here with you guys.
Come
deliver.
anytime.
You're good on the mic, so you're welcome back anytime. We come back, we're going to play a little game with the Twins and the Maxim
And the
Bros
Maxim
again,
Bros,
right?
yeah. They're going to play World's Worst.
There you go. Back after this.
Found it. It's the all-new Nick and Artie Show. Here are Nick Dipaolo and Artie Lange.
We are back. Final segment of our premiere on the Audience Network and DirecTV.
Yeah.
And
What a
we
great
throw
show.
it to Boschetti, our announcer.
Yeah, Mike Boschetti, tell us about the last segment. What do we got going on?
Okay, guys, you guys got a great segment coming up. It's one of Nick and Artie's favorites. It's what do you call it? A game called World's Worst. It's an improv game with the two Maxim girls, Alyssa and Liz, and my favorites, Twin Sanity.
Yeah. How do you get so good at that?
Gonna get fired for it.
Yeah, can you take the Staten Island then? Well, we know the two chicks over there. We're tired of them already, but you're the two new hot chicks.
That's so rude.
Well, that's what
nice.
that's what happens with men. We
Yeah, I
get
know.
tired of getting.
Oh, saw your face
That
light
was
up.
so rude. Look around, ladies.
We get insult. Well, you know what happens? We get tired of hot chicks insulting us, and then we go to new hot chicks to insult us.
Oh, we got you.
Yeah. Now you were dancing, Alyssa, to that song. That was
Was.
very
Rocking to it.
Look at that. You know, you're kind of Kate Upton-y. You've got that Kate. Doesn't she have that?
She's from South Carolina too, I think.
Is she really?
I think
Is that
so.
where you from?
Yeah.
Okay, really.
And you know who you look like? This other one, Amanda? You look like Elizabeth. You look like a young Jane Seymour. You know who Jane
Yes,
Seymour is?
there is some Jane Seymour.
That's
absolutely.
an unbelievable compliment. And you were in a Pantene commercial.
I was.
Well, go talking to the microphone.
I was.
You were. Now, what'd you? And you do one of the girls who flips her hair in the Pantene?
Oh yeah, that was me.
Yeah. Well, what do you make off of that? How much you make off of that?
Do I have to say that, really?
Well, yeah, you have to. Yeah.
A day?
Yeah, a day.
Yeah,
what do
a
you make?
day.
20,000?
20 grand for the day.
A day?
Yeah.
And now have you gotten residuals like crazy?
Of course, yeah.
And how
Yeah,
much?
that sounds like a lot, but you do those commercials, all the shampoo, the scalp gets dry, there's a lot of irritation.
Yeah, you're there for about 8 hours.
Yes.
Okay, 20 G's. Now, who takes what? Explain the model, because we know the comedian world. You got a manager that takes $2 grand?
We have an agent who takes 20%.
20%. So
20%.
4,000's gone. So 16,000.
Whoop, it's gone.
You got a
Taxes.
manager? Any other sleaze bags?
Taxes.
Taxes and everything.
You're clearing about 11.5
They're
after that. You get a raw scalp.
Yeah.
It's not that good a deal.
You don't have
No,
to.
it's fine.
You don't have to explain taxes to us. We understand that. No, so no manager, just the 4 Gs and you're out.
Yep.
No sleaze bag publicist or anything.
Nope.
And now give us the hair flip for camera. Can you do that?
Where's the camera?
There's 14 of them. Just do it. We'll pick up. Wow.
Sexy.
That's worth. How much have you made in residuals? How long has it aired? Let me know that.
How long? 1 year.
And how many you made? How much money you made in residuals from that?
Do I really have to say that?
Yeah, I mean it's in your contract. Read the fine print.
I don't know. A lot.
More than 20 grand? You more than doubled your daily fee?
Almost.
Have you made 80,000 this year from it?
No.
60 grand.
Yes.
Wow.
Now, how much of that went up your nose?
They don't do drugs these two. I asked them.
Only about 20%.
There you go.
Now you girls
Yeah, sounds
are
like
you don't date famous people or anything like that. You never.
That's a lie.
No.
They said no. I mean, the guys must. We're getting late in the segment. I could talk to these two all day. 'Cause I'm sick of the
Yeah,
other
I
hobby.
know.
We had fun with them 4 months ago, and now they're done.
On to the next.
Yeah. You want to get?
On to the
Do you want to
next
work
one.
here and replace the twins?
Stop it.
The two of you?
No, I think they fit in perfectly.
We'll talk in private. We'll talk in private.
Thank you.
She's being nice. We'll talk. Nick, would you like to
Only
replace the
honest.
twins?
As Jeff Bridges said in the Fabulous Baker Boys, there's always another girl.
Oh well, that's terrible. That's true, but
No, that's what he said, the character. I'm not saying that. I like all 4 of them. Personally, I like,
personally,
Hey,
I don't give
keep all 4 of them.
I don't give a f what she eats. All right, we're gonna play a game called World's Worst. I explained this to you guys. Okay, Nick and I will yell out a profession, and you have to say what the world's worst from that profession would say. Now, it has to be something they wouldn't say, and we want you to make it funny. All right, it's a comedy improv game.
Okay.
The twins will show you. You ready? Liz, I'm gonna start you
I
right.
knew
Ready?
it. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going against each other, though, right?
Yeah, no, just, each one of you'll do it. Yeah. Right.
they're playing them.
And
You're
they're
playing the twins.
They're playing
We'll
the
decide which is the worst.
If you say
Okay.
something funny, we'll give you a point.
Okay.
Okay.
Hurry up, Artie.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. World's worst cable television guy. Don't help her, Marie. Shut up.
I don't know which cord goes where. Sorry, you're not getting cable today.
That's horrible. That's
Okay.
horrible. Okay, no points.
No point.
Nick, you ready? That was really horrendous. Not funny.
this game.
Not
I hate
funny.
it.
Terrible. Okay. Marie, you ready? Nick has one.
Yes.
World's worst hand model.
I have no hands.
Terrible.
Oh, my God.
It's got to be funny, though.
They play it like it's password.
That was quick, but you got to try to make it funny, all right?
Okay.
So you have no points.
Okay.
The winner of this, by the way, gets a new job here. The old one, the losers get fired.
Damn it.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
All right, Kate Upton, a.k.a. Alyssa, you ready?
Sure.
World's worst musician.
The world's littlest violin.
That was fantastic. Where'd you come up with 1 point for you guys. 1 point. Yes. Yeah, all right. Okay.
What did she say? I don't think everybody can hear her.
No, she said the
The world's
You don't even care.
world's violin. Did she say something? I wasn't ready.
See?
All right, no, that was 1 point for you. Now, Nick has one for you.
That
Oh,
was
no.
hilarious.
Jeez.
World's worst masseuse.
Can I say something dirty?
Well, yeah, no, you can't.
No, I can't.
No.
Like,
I love that
No.
you're going there.
all right. Do you want a happy ending?
That's funny.
Which-
I don't know.
Well, Nick and I would think
Like the
that's
Smothers Brothers, these two.
Nick and I would think that's the world's best masseuse.
Missing the point of the game.
her with guys.
2 points.
I know.
2 points.
Woo!
2-0. Boy, they really are way better.
I
than
think
you.
this is fixed.
Okay, you ready, Liz?
Yes.
Liz, I got one for you.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
World's worst radio producer.
Dan Filato.
No. Okay, you don't get any points.
No,
I
I don't-
set you up. I set you up to do a joke we did earlier in the year, but it says, what would he say? I'm Dan Filato. I'm not asking you a question.
Oh, you forgot that I am.
If he says I am Dan Filato,
I don't know what I'm doing.
No, you're horrendous. You can't do it now.
All right, my turn.
No points.
Okay.
Nick, you have one for Marie?
World's worst train conductor.
It's the Unstoppable Train.
Horrible. Horrible.
I thought that was funny.
Thank you.
That makes one of you.
You're biased.
All right. Okay, you ready? Nick, do you have one for Kate Upton?
I don't like that nickname.
Oh no, I have to go.
Yeah, you're
okay.
fine.
Okay, you're your real name, not Tanya. No, Alyssa. I'm kidding. Okay, ready, Alyssa? World's worst tanning salon manager.
I'm so pale.
You're good at this. 3-0.
We're
All right, Nick.
almost
Real
out of
cool.
time.
We'll end with Liz. There's no way you could win, but God, Liz is going to try to shut you.
World's worst barber.
Liz, Elizabeth.
Hurry, quick.
I have no hair. I don't know.
Artie.
It's like magic.
4-0. You killed him.
Hey,
Congratulations.
thank you to Jimmy Norton, Joe DeRosa, Josh Doyle, the Maxim girls, Alyssa and Liz, all the audience at TV at home.
Mike Bichetti.
And people listening on the radio. And Mike Bichetti. See you kids Monday.
Thanks.